and my name is Aduka the Zombie Gamer, and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to spend a little bit of time on a creative world here to talk about spawners and mob systems. Now you might be wondering, why spawners and mob systems? Well, as many of you may know from watching the Meerkat episode 2, I had a little bit of a data loss situation, and with that our single player world was lost. Now, not to fear, I did start another single-player world, and through my exploration I happened on a spawner very close to the surface, and we will take a look at that here in a little bit, possibly in this episode, if not this one, the next one. And we will work on installing a mob system already in that world. And before I did that, I wanted to spend a little bit of time to show you how I handle those in a broke-away experience, explain where the various chambers are that I use to design with, and all that good stuff. So without wasting too much more time talking about where our systems are going to be, what they're for, and how I plan to handle all that, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, as you can see, I am in a creative world to make this just a little bit easier, and through the use of single-player commands, I was able to put us a spawner up real quick. What we have in front of us is our various color codings. We're going to use red for the spawn chamber, orange for our movement chambers, and this lime wool here, let's swap that out with this nice green wool, for our kill chamber, and blue for any wiring. Now what I like to do with this is start off with a little bit of a 9x9 room. And an easy way to figure out your 9x9 room is to kind of make a little bit of a plus design here. And it will get you evenly spaced out for your blocks here. Now this is going to be our 9 blocks we need for inside, so we're just going to go ahead and outline this now. And then let's see what we can accomplish here. Now, I don't know if many of you know or not, I do quite a bit of work with my spawner systems here. I currently have 2 skeleton spawners built on the Meerkat world, and one is for public use, one is in my private area. And I don't know, it's one of those things. It's fun for me to work with. I enjoy building them. It lets me get a little bit of redstone work in, which is something I love to do. And it's just one of those experiences that's fun to play with. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up real fast here. And a little bit of a frame rate issue here still. Here, hopefully in the next couple of months, I will get a chance to replace that graphics card. Make it a little bit easier for the recording experience here. I never really thought about how hard it would be to keep commentary going at times. I found that it's easier for me just to talk about things of interest. So what can I talk to you guys about? I do have some company in town for the month. A very good friend of mine that I met while playing World of Warcraft. And it's always fun when she comes up to visit Roxy and I definitely enjoy her visits and going out and showing her around Rockford here, and having that level of friendship is just a blast. They are currently out at the store, so I'm just sitting here and I'm like, well, you know what? It's a great time to get in another episode for you guys. And so here we are. Alright, we got that wall done. Now just to finish off the rest of these real fast. Now one thing I like to do is put off switches in all my spawner systems, and it's really good practice to do this if you play on a SMP server, simply because not everybody is going to be happy with you lagging out the server with your mobs, so always try to be considerate when working with these. It's really easy to start causing lag if you don't plan ahead. So we're going to grab us some supplies here. Just grab us a couple redstone torches. And we'll grab a switch here. And let's see, I can never find the repeater. There we go. So we'll get our first light put in here. And we'll come over here, and I think it's right about here. Oop, one off. What was that? Nope, I was dead on. Make sure we get this nice and well lit up, just so we don't end up causing any spawning we don't want. As I said, with our wiring, we're going to do it blue here, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss up a temporary lighting mechanism. There's that one. Finish off this wall now. So let's see. Gotta get better at not letting this dead time happen here. Keep you guys interested and not bore you with my episodes here. As I said, this is going to be a big learning experience for me, because I am not a very social person at all. And talking at great lengths isn't something I spend a load of time doing. So it's definitely going to be nice to improve upon that. Got that one put in there. Go ahead and knock down our guideposts here. We don't need those. Now, one thing to keep in mind, as you can see, we're already getting some spawns, but since I have it set on peaceful, they're just immediately despawning, so it's definitely a plus for us here. So I believe in one of our episodes we were talking about games and the games we know and love, and games that I thoroughly enjoy, and thought of one I forgot to talk about. I am a fond lover of a game called Civilization, and was reminded of it today when I was talking with Maddie and Roxy. And I have some of the greatest memories of sitting with a good friend of mine named Charles in his house and geeking out all nights to that, and Legend of Dragoon, and simulation games like that in general that make you think seem to be a real passion of mine. Definitely add the fun aspect and make me think. And I think that's one of the allures of Minecraft here, is that with redstone, it kind of adds a technical aspect to it and allows me to think about concepts that I may not use on a general basis. I think a gentleman on our server put it best when we were talking to Oz about redstone. He said, think of it this way: anything you do with a capacitor, you can do with redstone. And I don't think Oz was quite looking and seeing that it could be as complex as that, but they've done some really cool things with redstone, and so it's a blast to work with it and see where you can challenge yourself to. Now, I wasn't quite thinking ahead, guys, when I started grabbing stuff out of here. I forgot one of the main things we're going to need. We're going to need a sign, and we are going to need water. So let's go ahead and get rid of those. Grab them back later if we need. So what you do is you build this 9x9 room, and then you make sure you've got 2 blocks up here. Now, if you notice, I put lanterns at every major corner. This seems to completely stop any spawning issues. Give me a second here, get a little bit of dry throat. Alright, good. The lighting system here I use seems to stop spawning in its tracks, which is exactly what we want to do. When these lights are on, we want nothing to happen inside this room here, and when they're off, we want it to be one of the scariest places you could be. And so once we have them spawning in here, we've got to be able to get them out of this area over to where we want to kill them. Now, important thing to keep in mind about spawners is that you have to be within 16 blocks of them for them to work. So what do we know right now? We know that the spawner is at the center of the room and that the room's 9x9. It means that, so with that we know at the wall we're already at 5. So it's taking them past that, I broke one too many there. Let me fix that real fast. There we go. So we got to be able to get them out there. So how we achieve this is by using a little bit of science here. Put a brick in each corner of the wall there, put some water on top of them, and it's going to kind of create this cool little shape here. Now, once you have this shape, you're going to want to grab the center of your room and get your transfer chamber set up. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either bring them out and straight up, or you can bring them out to the general location of where you need them, and then bring them up and drop them. I prefer to set up the kill chamber almost right away, so what we're going to do is we're just going to create kind of a mock channel here. We're going to grab our channel color here. And then you're going to break each one of these blocks. This is going to cause the water to push out to where they need to stop. So once you have this part figured out, you can move on to the fun part, which is bringing them up. Now, mobs need, in order to get these down to where we want them, we want to drop them roughly about 23 blocks. So we're going to count here. From right here. We are at Y7, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Drop that down there. That should be right about where we want. Went up a couple too many there. And then we're going to go ahead and finish filling this all up. Now, of course, you can do this in just a simple plus sign to get these up there. You can get this as advanced as you want it. Me, for the sake of it looking nice, I'm just kind of like, you know, hey, whatever, it works. Oh, lost sight there again. I do apologize, I'm not very familiar with this whole let's move around and fly around thing. I don't really spend much time flying around, so there's bound to be a few moments here where I gotta go back and do it again. Alright, so we got that one up there now. Now let's get this one up here. We're gonna have a light we're gonna shut down, but it's not the end of the world here. We'll fix these real fast. And so what we want is we want this channel to pretty much go all the way up. So they've got a little 1x1 channel to flow through here up to the level we want to kill them. Alright, one more side here, guys. I may not torment you guys with this when I build it on our LP world there, just simply because of the amount of time it takes. It being a little bit more involved of a process. Don't know if I want to put you guys through that excruciating pain of boredom. Let me know if you'd like to see me build this again, and I will take your guys' suggestions on whether or not I show it being built on the single-player Let's Play world. So let's start the counting here again. So we know we're at 5 here at this wall, so that's 6, 7, 8. And remember, we want them to go 18 blocks away. So that's 8. This will be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Break that one there. And then we're going to extend this out. Now you may realize that I moved this up 1. It's because of where we're going to hit them at. We don't want them to fall down and then just run out at us. We don't want adventure mode on the zombie killer here, so in order to make this nice and easy to deal with, let's get rid of this here. Nice and easy to deal with, we've got a very specific design aspect we gotta stay with. We'll go ahead and finish closing this off. So they just don't start burning up, get extra damage. We don't want that. We want everything to stay really in this controlled state. There we go. Alright, so now we got that built up. Just having all kinds of fun with this, aren't I? Alright, so now we got this chamber in here. And then what'll happen is they're going to fall down here, so we're just going to bring this down real fast. And for this we will use our kill chamber color, not our wiring color. And just for speed, guys, I'm just going to do it like this. Now, as I said before, you can do it with this little plus sign. I'm more of one, I like my nice symmetrical shapes. I'm not a big one for things that don't have the perfect squared off sides. It's one of those little CDO things. So now with spawners, as I was saying, you need to be 16 blocks, within 16 blocks from to work. Now with these 18 out, if you're standing up here killing them, you are going to run into problems. It's not going to keep the chamber spawning at all times. Now optimally, what you could do is simply bring this out to 17. But if I remember correct, at 18, it'll allow for continuous spawning. You know, I'm one of those people that like having the optimals. I like everything to be perfect how I want it, and I'll sit and I'll AFK and let them spawn up, and then I'll run in and throw harming potions at them, or splash potions of health, depending on what I'm dealing with. And that's usually about how I work it. Alright, so now we're down here at the ground level. Now what's going to happen is they're going to fall directly down here. We're going to hit them. Now if you're standing right here, they will still be able to damage you, so that's something you need to be aware of. The best thing you can do is to connect these sides out like this and put some distance between you and your target. So now we have this part, but we're not done yet. Now we're going to go ahead and close this up. And once you're at this point, alright, you have your spawn chamber built, you've got your travel chambers built, you know, you have all that fun stuff put in. You still have one more step, and it's the final process of moving these guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put one sign right here, and one sign right here. Now the sign here is just in case, say I wanted to build it right here, straight out of the room. It's just going to stop the water, and it's going to allow us to place our water like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a water elevator. I'm just going to turn fly on here again. And you're going to want to put water sign, water sign, water sign. So we're going to continue this process all the way to the top. And what's going to happen is the mobs are going to hit these patches, and they're going to keep swimming up so they don't drown. Don't want it there, we want it there. I'm just going to go ahead and, oops. We're going to go ahead and keep putting our signs in here just to speed the process up a little bit. As you can see, I don't spend a lot of time on creative. It's not my fun cup of tea to play with. Now, you're going to run into a slight problem here, and you're probably going to wonder what to do with it. We're just going to do the same thing here. We're just going to pick a random spot and drop a sign in to stop our water. We're going to put another sign back here, and then one to push them off this way. Now what's going to happen is the water's going to continue straight down. We don't want that. We want to put the sign right here, so when they get pushed by the current, they fall down. Now if you put the sign underneath right here, they're simply just going to stay right up in this area, and they're just going to hop around up here, and your system's not going to be useful. So we want to make sure that sign's right there. Now once we have that all put in, our spawning should start almost instantaneously. Now as you remember, I said we wanted an off switch on this to control when this happened, how it happened, and all that fun stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our wiring rail here now. Now how I usually handle this is just by running a little bit of a ring around the outside here where all my lamps are. And just for the sake of making this manageable, we're not going to worry about making it too pretty. And put our latch here real fast, flip it on, and start running our wire now. Now the thing to remember about redstone is that you can only move 16 blocks with it, and it'll run out of its current. So as you can see, we're out of current. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a repeater, make sure the arrow's always pointing the direction you want it to move. And the reason we have this block here is so that so that our lamp is powered. Give me a second here. There it is. So our lamp's powered here, because if we were to just simply run this past it, as you can see, we have no power. And that's not a good thing. It means our spawner's going to just get stuck on, and it's going to be a miserable experience. So we're going to go ahead and run this wire ring around. As you see, our power drops out here, so we're going to come back here and break this one. Continue, because with repeaters, they won't hop levels as our redstone will. If we put the repeater up high, it's just going to kind of suck all the fun out of it for us. And we're going to continue this process all the way over to this lamp right here. And we're going to run it over, and then we're going to do what's called vertical redstone. So now we're done with all this good stuff. We're going to grab us this. We only need one of those. And we're going to toss one here. Toss one here. Put one above this torch. Get our repeater put in real fast. And run this over here. Now we can get rid of this. Now, if we look inside here, all of our lamps are lit up. Nice and bright in here. We have no spawning going on. I can kick this over to hard. And as we see, still no spawning. So all is well. And we'll come up here, check all of our channels. And everything here seems to be working right. Now this is what they're going to do. They're going to come up through here. Raise up through the various channels, keep swimming up. They'll hit this top spot here and say, oh, I can't swim. And they're going to hit the currents as I am. Now I'm not touching anything, it's just simply moving me. And then I'm going to drop straight down into here. Now we'll go ahead and we'll kick this off. And as you can hear, spawning right away. And as we can see, one's getting pushed over straight down in here. Can even break this this block right here just to make sure they go directly in where we want to. We don't have to worry about any funneling issues. We're going to go ahead and fly up here, patch that up real fast, and we're going to come down over here and see what we've got going on. Just for the sake of not being bothered, we're going to close this up. As you can hear, our zombies are just dying right away. So what we may need to do is raise this up. If we continue to have deaths, we're just going to keep raising it until we get right to the amount. Now, I have not dealt with zombies before, so I'm not too sure of what their health might actually be. I might be dropping them with my original design just a little too far there. It seems we still might be just a little too far. Yep, seems like we're still a little too far here, so we'll go ahead and we'll raise this up a little bit more. Let's try taking it up 2 this time. Alright, looks like we found that sweet spot right here. Perfect. So now, since we got that installed here, I'm just going to throw us up some torches. Now, torches are light level 7, so we don't have to worry about stuff spawning in our little room here. We're going to do /game mode, and then kick ourselves over to survival here. Looks like they're living a little bit longer than what we wanted, so we're going to go ahead and see if maybe we can drop this down just a little bit here. Now see, they're dying, everyone. Which isn't what we wanted. So as you can see, this is kind of how our mob system works here. We can just punch them, get our experience, go and collect our items, and all is well. So what we're going to do is go ahead and change our game mode over here again real fast. Take a look around. And there you have it, guys. Our mob system design. As I said, I am not the original creator of this. I did do the wiring systems myself. The original design, however, goes to a completely different person. I just improved upon it and made it my own. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a blast building it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will show them or try to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. And I look forward to our next episode. Now, as I said before, please let me know if you would like to see me build this there in our survival world. And I will take some time to sit down and design it up and try to make that a reality. So punch controls. As you can see, it's quite effective. Looks exactly how we wanted it to. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut feed real fast, and we'll take a look at our can't talk. Tongue's getting in the way. Our survival world, and then it'll be until next time. So, give me a moment here, and we will get over there. Alright, guys, welcome back. As I said, we'd take a quick peek over here to see what we had going on in this world. As I was talking about before, sorry about the frame drop there, guys. We did lose our world a little bit. And we started up this new one. I spent a little bit of time, kind of cleared out this swamp of trees, as you can tell. Get some of those replanted here. And built our little base here. Took a little bit of a Roman design, put in an aqueduct here. Got us a little front door. This eventually will become various rooms. Quick little side entrance. We got our farm section here. I've already got some reed farming up in anticipation for 1.3. Not looking forward to the whole leather book design. It's a little bit better of a trade-off. Having to use leather and being able to write is definitely going to add some fun aspects to the game. And looking forward to 1.3. Lots of awesome changes coming in. Looking forward to the whole village trader system. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But the mob system design episode came about when I found this place over here. I wanted to be able to share with you guys. Took a little bit of damage there, I didn't mean to. I found this here when I was exploring, cutting down trees. It was a surface level dungeon. And as you can see, it is a zombie spawner. So we're going to be working exactly with what we were working with on that episode. So it should be a lot of fun. If you would like to see me build this up, like I said, just let me know in the comments and I will make it happen. So I thank you for stopping by the channel today. I'm looking forward to our next episode. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will try to respond to them as fast as possible. Might even give you some material for our next episode to talk about. As you can tell, I have a little bit of problem with commentary at times, so I definitely look forward to any of your guys' questions. As always, thanks for stopping by, checking out the channel. Subscribe, rate me, let me know your likes, dislikes, anything I can do to make this a better channel for you guys. So until next time, my name is Adika the Zombie Gamer, and you guys have a great afternoon.